All right, looks like we're live. I rotated the screen sideways this time so we can see better. You can see Zen. If anybody's on here, let me try to get my iPad hooked up here and see if I can figure out what's going on. Wait for somebody to show up in the room. Let's see. There we go. It says live. And here we go. I think we're connecting. Yep. Hello, Lloyd Baker. There you go. You can see what I'm seeing. It's hard to see, but there it is. It takes me just a minute to connect between the two. Let's see if I can keep this on long enough to see the Scott's on tour. Hi, Weston and Elaine. You're welcome back. Hope we're both well. We are doing pretty good. We're doing much better than what we were before. But there's Zen under the bus. So he's in his resting spot, as we see. There's a yo from Julio. Hey, yo. Yo. See what it says there. Okay. We're going to make this about an hour, so we're not going to get carried away because it's about as long as we can go here without getting too much going on. Let's see. I got to see. How are things over in Scotland, Elaine and Wes? Still raining, I guess. Yeah, we've had a pretty good day. It's a little cloudy today, as you can see. And I'm over here. I hope everybody can hear me okay. Let me know if on the comments if you can hear me okay. I'm wearing my fuzzy microphone and keeping the wind down because the wind's blowing this way, right towards the camera, and just a little cloudy. Hi, Cricket. Zen is under the bus. He may come out after a while when I start talking to myself. Sometimes he pops out and makes sure I'm okay. It is Tuesday the 10th of February. So we're looking at that day, and we're going to make this a Tuesday, Tom Tuesday, just kind of see what's going on. So, like I said, give you about an hour, and we'll just kind of go through here and see what's going on. Pull myself together here. How's Zen's cart training? He hadn't done anything since the last live because he been feeling bad with his paw hurting, so I haven't been pushing him on it. But we're going to start getting him back in there pretty quick, and going there. Okay, he's coming along on the cart training. We'll get him in there, and oh, there's RV Nomad. Mesa climbed on my lap as soon as you heard your voice. Hi, Mesa. Zen would say hi, but what's he doing? He's just laying there. Oh, look there. Did you hear me say Mesa? Where are you going? Over here? I'm going to have to move the camera now. You're on the other side. Look, there Zen came out. Let's move the camera a little bit so we can get. There we go. There's the star of the show right there. There he is. All right, you can sit down? Sit. There you go. Still raining in Scotland. Yeah, I think around here in Arizona, we got a 12% chance of rain on Friday. So that's about it. But today's looking, like I said, just kind of light clouds. There's not much solar today, but that's okay. You say hi to everybody? Huh? Look over here in the camera. Say hi to everybody. That's about it? Okay. Been raining for a month nonstop. Don't think I can handle that much rain. But that happens up there in Scotland. I understand England, that the higher area, it gets a lot of rain. I have never been to Scotland, never been to England. Been to Europe several times, Germany and France and all of, but not to Scotland. I'll have to go one of these days. And my daughter's been there. She really enjoyed it. I'm just getting covered in dog fur. Look, got new neighbors over here moving around, so they're here for a night or two. Hi, Patrick. Down the road. Yep, I know where you're at. So, saw your motorcycle buddy this morning. He waved at me as he went past. Colin Figley, you might want to start giving Zen omega-3 and turmeric. I give my dog peanut butter toast sandwich with turmeric and omega-3. He's been on some glucosamine, vet recommended, but I don't think it's got turmeric in it. What I've been taking has got turmeric in it. He does like peanut butter, though, don't you? He does like peanut butter. Got about the dog. You got a collie about 7 years old. Yeah, we're like so we're on the glucosamine, so he's taking that. Right? Yep. I don't think you're gonna stay out here the whole time. He does like his petting. He's got me confined here, so I know he can get petted when he sits beside me. Whoops, I lost my screen. Hold on a second. Go back here and find out where I'm at. There it is. All right. Hit the wrong button on my iPad. Doesn't take much. Hope everybody's having a good day out there on Tuesdays. Not covered in dog fur like I am. I'm just covered in dog fur. And that's a good thing, isn't it? Now, we went for a good long walk last night. He's feeling pretty good. We did about 2 miles plus. And so he did really good out across the desert. And this morning he was the same way, going down the road. He pulled me all the way down. So he's feeling a lot better. Jana, my little Chihuahua mini, watches Zen and barks at him every time he watch. Well, Zen doesn't bark very much. He does whenever somebody's around, but he didn't do that. I did see one where, who was it? Adventures with Amanda. She had a cat that would look at, watch the screen whenever she did the trail cam videos. One of her subscribers had a cat that did that. So. The fur is flying. How's the water here this year? Same as always. Kind of salty. Tastes like a bad penny, but not too bad. I don't think they've had an issue with running out. They've cut the hours down, so they've been keeping it a little bit less hours, and I don't think the water is that bad right now. But cornhole tournament, there's $6. I guess they wanted that $6 so they can give away a prize at the end or something to whoever wins cornhole tournament. Some of those cornhole tournaments can go on quite a while too. Goodness gracious, it looks like it's snowing out here. All this dog fur flying around, this white fur everywhere. Where's all this white fur coming from? Hmm? Oof. Oh, Brian, hi from Baja. You've been out catching some fish there, Brian, or working on it? Just make sure your phone's not in your front pocket again this time. You don't want those sharks to be seeing who you're calling. Yeah, Brian's the one on here. Brian, he's the one that brings me the fish from Baja. A really good fish. And last time we was there, his phone decided to go into the Pacific Ocean. He didn't get it back. So, yep. But the fish sure was good. Oh, it's been too windy to go fishing? You probably got some whitewater then. They got a storm coming in? Look at that. Goodness gracious. Is there a storm coming, Brian? A tropical depression or something? I haven't been watching the weather. I know there's a chance of having above average rainfall in this area for the next couple of weeks. That's all I heard. But what's average in Quartzsite? What, 2 inches a year? So who knows? Um, a quarter inch may be above average. Whew. Goodness. Yeah, rain's expected in parts of SoCal. That's what I saw on the weather map. There's supposed to be a greater chance in the next couple of weeks in this whole area, in this whole southern, southwest U.S. And so we'll see what happens. I guess Southern Cali is kind of bad out there because you get a lot of flooding and a lot of mudslides in a lot of those places. I understand, but did anybody want a Great Pyrenees? Look at this. You be lots of fur. When's the next spa day? I think he needs one pretty soon. As much fur as he's got coming off of him. Now I don't think we're going to do another. Do you see that fly by? I don't think we're going to do another big spa day. If I do anything, I'll probably just take him back to the dog wash. There's a dog wash here in town across from the Family Dollar, and it's like $12 for 5 minutes, and you can basically wash them. And they got a big trough there, and I think they may have like shampoos and things. But we may do that before we leave the desert. That way he'll get kind of this layer of sand and stuff off of him. Whew. Yep. Let's see. Any snow in Colorado? That's for sure. Oh, goodness gracious. I've seen a lot of places don't have any snow, which is bad for the lakes and the streams. You don't have any snow melt. That's going to be the bad part. Beth Roberts, looking forward to you calls this coming summer. I kind of am too. Um, I got online and RV Nomad Dad, he's my boss, and they finally updated the recreation.gov and in my campsite now the numbers are correct and and the mapping is somewhat correct and the prices are somewhat correct. They haven't been that way for 2 seasons. I've been on asking about getting those things changed and it never has happened. But now they have, so that's kind of exciting. Let's see. Expected snow in northeast Utah tomorrow and Thursday coming in that system in California. Okay, yep. Yeah, you're at 7,000 feet. I'm at, we know where we're at. We're at 800 feet down here. Whew. Gives in an extra treat. It looks like he needs one. He's getting pretty skinny, isn't he? Look at the camera. Look here. Say hi to Brian. Look there. He's the one that brings you those dog training treats. Right there. Yeah, he's looking around in the bushes. Yeah, he always gets extra treats, though. You know that, Brian. Not a problem with him giving treats, is there? Whew. Look at that. Oh, goodness gracious. You need to go back under the bus, keep me from getting covered in dog fur. But then anybody wouldn't be able to see you there, would they? That's right. He knows who gets the greenies. He sure does. He likes the greenies. He misses. He's only had a couple patches of those since they left Utah. So we have to get some more before we get back. He likes those greenies. Yeah, not too much else going on down here. It's getting kind of quiet. More people are leaving all the time, so it's been fun. It was up in the low 80s the last couple of days, so yeah, it's been the low 80s, and then now today's going to be in the upper 70s, and I think it's going to be in the mid 70s for the next few days. And I think we've got one day it's going to be like 69 degrees. That's when the rain is chance is supposed to be coming in. But other than that, it's been pretty nice. Goodness gracious, buddy, you got too much fur on you. Whew. Oh yeah, hey, T-Rex travels from Ohio. Looks like our weather's holding up pretty good. Still having snow up there now. Yeah, it's been really good down here. It's been kind of warm. I think a lot of people, like I said, have been leaving. I've got dog fur in my mouth. Uh, Heading out because the weather's been warmer. It's been kind of odd season on this side of the country. There's, like I said, been warmer and not much snow, so I think the people are heading. Snowbirds are migrating a little bit into the north now. Let's see. What time of the year do you head back up to Utah? Uh, Sometime. Oh well, depends on the weather here. If I can hold out till about the first week or so of April, then we'll start heading back. But we'll take our time, and then we'll have to be in Utah somewhere around the middle of first week or second week of May. So we got time. We still got what 3 months. So we'll get there eventually. Yeah, we'll stay down here as long as we can hold out on the heat. I'm not. That's not so bad to me, but this guy here, he doesn't do good when it gets above like 85 degrees. He starts panting and slowing down. But right now, even being under the bus like today, it's got a good breeze, so he's really nice and cool. Let's see here. Michigan Gold Fox, have you had any encounters with Africanized honeybees? I haven't. There haven't been some bees here, but I don't know if they're Africanized honeybees or not. There've been small ones, but um, haven't been too many of them in this area in the desert. Now all of our plants, as you can see in the background, are just starting to bloom out. There's yellow on a few of them, but in another week or two, they're going to be just completely full of flowers, and so that may bring bees and things. But I have a few hummingbirds have been showing up once in a while, haven't we? What are you staring at? Oh, you don't have your treat. Is that what it is? Do you ever try the dog? Oh no, I need to get some dog brushing gloves. They do look really nice. He doesn't like. I've got a brush, but he doesn't like him because sometimes too rough on his body. They're little plastic, tines with little balls on the ends. And he sees me get the brush and he runs off. So, but the gloves look really well. As much stuff as I've been wiping off just doing this, I could probably defur him in no time, couldn't we? Yeah, he does have a lot of fur, even though he's a Pyrenees. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into some of those what do they call it, dog brushing gloves, and get some for him. 'Cause like I said, that way you can put them on and just go at it. They was probably a little bit more gentle on his body than those brushes. Now, what are you doing? Hmm? Now, what are you doing? I should have brought some treats out for you, shouldn't I? You heard the word treats. Guns, red roses. Did you figure out why Zen is limping? No. Um, I think it, like I said, I think he just pulled something in his shoulder. He could have had something tiny in his paw, but I couldn't find it when I was looking for it, and he didn't act like it was bothering him. But he was limping for 3 or 4 days, and then he kind of just started easing off of. Now we've been on the last 2 or 3 walks, a couple of days, and he's been taking off running when we take out, and then goes. So I don't think he's had a problem with the limping. It could have been a thorn, like I said, or any of these cacti that have been out here, but didn't find anything. And somebody commented about it, some little slivers of different things or thorns. So it's very possible. Rogue Chef horse brush may work great. It probably might. I have to look into. I know those horse brushes. I remember seeing those. I used to use those when growing up because we had some horses, and that might work better because it's not really doesn't stick down in their body. It just kind of gets the top couple coats. But thorn, like I said, it could have been thorn, but like I said, I think it's more in the upper part because it seemed like he had more trouble when he was getting moving, and then once he got moving, it worked. It limp went away. So I think it's more like a joint thing, and yeah. So we'll see what that. But we're keeping an eye on him. We're gonna have to schedule a vet appointment sometime because he needs to get a rabies shot. Yeah, I said rabies shot, and then get him checked over and see what happens. Sheep shears, yeah, yeah. He needs something. He does have the fur, and the thing is, he's not as furry as a lot of the Great Pyrenees. So, but he does shed the fur pretty quick, don't you? He shed the fur. Yeah, he does. He likes having his ears rubbed too. Oop, it also there it is. Have I installed my high boost? Yes, as a matter of fact, it's working right now. So I'm trying to see what it does. The antenna is, you can barely see it, but there it is on top of the bus. And I'm just trying to see what it'll do. And I'm going to put out a video on it sometime in the next few days about me installing it and what it looked like. It was pretty easy to install, and it seemed like it is working. I don't need it down here very much because I've got a real good cell reception. I'm only about 2 miles from the nearest tower, and so we'll see what happens when we get out on the road and how it works in the little bit less congested areas where it's going to have more of a trouble finding the signal. But it's in there and it's working pretty well. And like I said, it was easy to install. It's basically antenna, wire, booster, wire, plug-in. That's it. And so just basically plug and play, and that's really goes. Does anybody else have like a high boost or a cell phone booster they use on their vehicle? If you do, let me know. If you're working, you're cutting out a lot last week on time, only a few, this time only a few frequent audio distortions. Yeah, that's the hard part is since I'm wireless microphone and it's got to go from here to the receiver on the telephone on the camera and go through everything. Sometimes it cuts out. Even though when I'm recording, I notice that when I'm walking around that the audio will cut out. And these microphones are supposed to have a 1,000 foot distance. Nope, nope, they don't. I can just get up here a couple 100 feet, and I've already lost my microphone signal. But they're rated at 1,000 feet. And maybe if I stood there and looked at the camera the entire time what the microphone plug-in is, it may connect. But once you turn around and face the other way, it starts cutting out. So what? He's getting a lot of attention today, isn't he? He may like these lives, won't you? You might like these lives. You sit here and get petted the whole time. You got me captured, don't you? He knows what he's doing. He's not a dumb dog. He knows how to do it. He knows how to work the system. Makes for a good armrest. Is the microphone coming across okay though? You can hear me well. I know with the wind blowing, sometimes that you get that wind noise in it, but I got my fuzzy on. It's underneath my shirt, so that kind of helps reduce some of it. What are you doing, buddy? Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that. You never know when you're sending things out. Where does it go? Is anybody on the other end's hearing it, or where they're just seeing lips move and nothing's happening? Picture's great. Haven't heard any wind. Good, good, good. Because it's blowing pretty decent. Most of it right now is on the other side of the bus and kind of just blows underneath, as you can tell by the fur flying everywhere. You see how much fur is flying here. You ought to see what's inside the bus. Just, uh, it's a daily routine, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Would you? Nope. That's my buddy. What'd you hear? Somebody over there? He's on guard duty. Yeah, I've got one more review video coming out. They'll be on after I finish this live. I'll put it out on that bicycle, the red one. You got fur in your face. And then we'll get that out of the way. Are you going to go through Page this year and they'll pick up a new route or explore? I don't know which way I'm going yet. Page is a pretty easy direction. There's only one big hill coming out before you get to Page. That's a pretty good incline once you drop out of the Grand Canyon, but it's not a bad drive. I may go that way and see how it does, and work my way around to the east side of the campground and come in that way like I did last season, or I don't know which way I'm going yet. But that's probably the location area I'm going to probably think about going is heading back up through the Grand Canyon area. We've been flying your drone. I did yesterday. I flew it for a little bit. There's a video coming out of some stuff I flew over here in the desert, but it's a little windy again today and around. But I haven't been flying it too much. Just every once in a while, I'll take it out. Did I attend the chili cook-off? No, I did not. I know that Lady Ferns, they weren't down there, and because Russ RBTV, or he was the one, I think, kind of promoting it. But I didn't go down there. Once again, I just, it's hard for me to go a lot of places with this guy. And so with his leg hurt, and we would have to walk and different things, so we decided just to skip out on the chili tournament. Although it's pretty good. I'm not a spicy chili kind of person, but I do like chili. Phase 3D, good to see you guys. Good to see you too. Yeah, he's getting to work over today, aren't you? You're gonna sleep good this afternoon. Getting that rub down. You getting a rub down? Yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll get some more shots of the drone when we get going. But like I said, just don't want to do too much but there is quite a bit out here that I like to see from above. I want to do some more shots of the old mills that I've shown before, and see what it looked like from above. One of them I mentioned was caved in. Part of it fell in within the last month, so I wanted to check that out too. And we got to get up to Coon Mountain. I haven't done that this season. We didn't do it last year, but I need to get up this season, get up there. What brand of drone do I have? I got the Ruko, Ruko. I don't know if it's a big brand or not, but it was what they sent me. Just a little recreational drone. It only weighs less than 250 grams, so it's a little lightweight, but it gets around and it's got all the features you need. It's got the automatic return home and low GPS signal and all the safety stuff that's on the new drone. So if it gets out there and it loses a battery signal, the battery starts getting weak, it'll fly back. Or if it loses GPS, I think it. I don't know. I think it will. I don't know what it does if it loses GPS. Hopefully, it comes back. But we haven't any problem with it yet. Don't mind my dog fur. Like I said, I've been petting the dog. You guys can't see it, but I'm just covered in white fur. What are you doing now over there? He's over there sniffing around. Yeah, it's a pretty decent little drone for my first drone. It even says on the box, your, you know, your first drone, and that's what it is. It's definitely my first drone. And I'm kind of figuring out how to work everything too. When I take a drone footage and it saves the video to the pictures area on my camera, then I'll realize I go in my camera settings when I'm doing the video and I can mute the sound. So you don't get the noise of the engines and the wind and me talking and clicking noise from the drone. And that's pretty good. And what I do is I overlay that into the video system. I'm not at whiz. I'm just figuring this out as I go along. So I'm able to basically on my camera setting in my video part, I can just make a blank piece of video, say like 2 minutes. I just blank it out and don't make any noise and just let it go black. And then if I have drone footage, I could take it from my camera settings, pictures, photos, and then drop it into the dead spot on the video part and overlay it. Then I can add music or whatever else to that. So I don't know if that's the exact way to do it, but it's working for me. And I'm still figuring out how to work it because I don't know. I'm not tech savvy, that's for sure. And I'm not for sure how everything works, but the more I do it, the better I become. That's just part of it, I guess. The more you do it, the better you become. The more experience I have. And I may at some point upgrade to a better drone if this one works out and I do things. Um, I don't know if there's any. I mean, they're heavier and they got more features on them, but if this one works fine and the camera is 4K camera on is this 4K on still pictures and 720 on video, I think is what it is. Once again, I don't know numbers. I'm just repeating what it said. Few QA, hi from South Carolina. Hi from Arizona. How's the weather in South Carolina? Is it? I guess it's warmed up. Probably some. I can't remember the last time I went to South Carolina. I can't remember. It's been forever ago. I need to get back to the East Coast sometime. Um, but hanging out here in the West for a while and forgetting to go back to the East. There's Zen again. What are you doing over there? What are you doing? Just hanging out? Minglewood Blues, hey from Southeast Arizona. You're on the other side of the state. Hello from Utah, Dennis and Janet. Thank you for the stickers. Are you welcome? Welcome for the stickers. Like I said, I'm going to try to make new ones coming up excuse me, or coming up. Maybe I'd try to get them before I leave here, because the company I use, once you just send them in and they approve them, and you approve your stickers, I have stickers in like a week and a half. So hopefully I can get them here in Quartzsite before I leave. Because last year when I had it done, I think I picked them up in Williams, and that was trying to get them ahead of time of my travel schedule. You get rain in southeast Arizona? Oh, okay. We got clouds over here, but that's about it. A little bit of sun coming through. There is a 12% chance of rain on Friday, so in this area. And what part of Utah are you from, Dennis and Janet? It says hi from Utah. I already, yep, but what part of Utah? Couple drops. Yeah, I know that. We had a couple drops the other morning. Woke up and you could see where the drops are on the dirt. That's about it. Southwest. All right. I was yeah, I was over. That's where my where was that? Over north of St. George, over towards in that campground. Um, just my mind goes blank once in a while. Over near Enterprise, around that way, and in Honeycomb Rocks campground. That's where I was for a couple weeks. A little different area. Looks pretty cool too. Utah is a very unique state. That is for sure. That is for sure. And I'm going to try to, if I can think about it, and when I leave this campground in the fall, I would like to work my way kind of up north Utah a little bit before I come back down to Quartzsite and see, because I haven't been in above Bryce Canyon. Um, that's as far as I've been north of Utah. So I kind of want to work my way up a little bit and see what's up there before I come back to the desert for the winter. And I don't think there's much snow up on those mountains right now. I saw some videos of people driving through, but sure didn't look like much snow up there. I'm trying to see what Zen's doing. He's actually hooked up to the other side of the bus, and now he drug his leash all the way across here. What are you doing over there, buddy? Hmm? What are you doing? You gonna say hi to the camera? It's right there. He's getting there. We'll get him trained before too long. Oh yeah, property near Bryce Canyon. That's pretty nice. Yep, pretty nice. My campground's only 45 minutes from Bryce Canyon, so that's pretty easy. But I haven't been to Bryce Canyon or Zion. Matter of fact, either one of those, even though I'm 45 minutes or so away from them, I haven't been there. Goodness, was it? I don't know when, 20 plus years ago. Oh, Stovall 5480. Hey, TomandZen from Wyoming. Hi, Wyoming. Hi from Arizona. There's Zen. He came out from under the bus and laying in the shade now. He's got one of his dirt spots dug out there. How's the weather up in Wyoming? I think last week it was up in the 60s, from what I understand. I ain't been to Wyoming in many, many years either. I think, I'm going to say 10 years ago. something like that. Abe G1X. Hey, from North Carolina. I got both Carolinas represented today, North and South. What time the sunset in Arizona this time of year? It actually sets behind the mountains over here, right about real close to 6 o'clock. And then 5:55, 6, something like that. And then once it drops down, it'll take another 15, 20 minutes before it starts getting dark because it's setting down into the California area. But yeah, it's been going about, like I said, about 6. Back in December, it was about, I'm gonna say close to 5. So we had to get out and walk around and make our early walks before it got too dark. 40 degrees here in Casper. Oh, 40 is not too bad this time of year, that's for sure. As long as the wind's not blowing 80 miles an hour. It's been 4 o'clock and the sun goes down at 4 o'clock. Goodness gracious, that'd be, whew. I guess you're kind of up north though. You're not up far enough to have the 24 hours of sunlight, are you? Or darkness? I don't know. Let me know. Hello to Southern Idaho. Hey, Rick. Rick Van. Oh, thank you very much, Phase 3D. I can make sure the name's right before I say anything. But Southern Idaho. I haven't been to Idaho in years either. I need to get out more, don't I? I need to get moving. I got a friend down here that's been camping with near me the last couple of years. He's from Idaho. He works at a state park up in the south area, and he didn't know if he's going to go back this year or not because the state park's under construction, and they said we may not need you. So he's kind of like, what am I going to do? But anyway, we'll see what happens. Yep. Hey from Wisconsin. Hey from Arizona. You back over here again? How's the weather in Wisconsin? Still cold? Is snow going on, or is it what's it doing up there? Let's see. Sunset this summer here is 11 p.m. Oh, sunset's in the summer at 11 p.m. Wow. Sunrise at 4. That makes for a long day. Sunrise at 4 a.m. sets at 11 p.m. So you do have a lot of sunlight. So you get a lot of work done in those many hours. Jigsaw connection, puzzle connection. How are you doing? Exactly. Our wind has been so bad. Seems worse than other years. Haven't had much snow this year. It feels like spring. Yeah, it's not a typical winter weather from everywhere I've seen. Um, I was watching somebody on YouTube the other day. He's up in Oregon, and he usually does a lot of snowboarding and hiking. He goes like, "There's no snow in the mountains this year," so he's heading to the beach or somewhere, I think, but the Oregon coast. But there's not. He said there's not much snow up there, and probably a lot of the ski resorts are suffering from all the lack of snow all over the country. I'm trying to see what he's doing. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? You want water? I don't know what he wants. He's a dog. You want some water? Or would you want a treat? He knows that word treat. You see his nose right there. Should I get you a treat? Okay, let me walk over. Let me go get him a treat. I'll be right back. So you guys hold on just a second. He's getting excited about a treat. I'm going to walk around the bus. You can see me walk around the bus. I got my iPad with me so I can answer the questions. Hopefully my microphone will hold up. Let's see. Go inside here and grab him a treat. Got one, see if he likes it or not. All right. I'm going to drag him some water over too. There we go. All right, we're back over here. Look what you're all set up. You want some water? You want this? Okay, chew on that. There he goes. He's got his treat. Oh, whew. Yep, got him a treat. He's good to go. Yeah, it's windy here, and my iPad is covered with dust. It's a big layer of dust. Whew. He's going after that treat, breaking it up. Got him some marrow bones too when he gets through with that one. There you go. You want this? There he goes. Oop, I threw that one too far away. Yeah, winter weather has been a little bit off this year everywhere up in this side of the country. Are you through? Huh? He's got his water now. Oh, hey, Zen from Hurricane, Utah. Currently, so we're from North Salt Lake City, Utah. You didn't drive too far down, but you're a little further south than what you were. Yeah, happy Zen, that's for sure. Yeah, I watched that Matt's off-road recovery in Hurricane, so I know how to say hurricane and not hurricane. There in Utah. I didn't make it to Hurricane this time last year. Wanted again, I went up around and back around. Didn't go that part. I'm thinking about maybe actually taking the bus through Zion this year on my way back up, because this is the last season. I think in June they're putting on the restrictions of no big vehicles through the tunnel on the east side. So maybe the only time this bus and me get to go through the tunnel. Let's see. Look at Duck Creek. Yeah. Like I said, there's hadn't been hardly any snow up there. I was watching Fab Rats, and they were doing a rescue on Kolob Canyon, which is down towards Cedar City, and he was mentioning that last year you could drive your snowcat across there. Where could there be 10 to 15 feet of snow, and this year there's maybe a foot. So quite a bit of difference. Edward got up and got my friend a treat too. Yeah, he's had his treat, so now he's happy again. Um, he does get spoiled quite a bit, that's for sure. He's keeping an eye on everybody, and we got the sun shining a little bit more. Freezing and Hideout. Wish I was back on the hood, Quartzsite. The hood of Quartzsite. That's funny. I like that. Um, the uh, the hood of Quartzsite. Yeah, we're doing well down here in the hood. So, hey, Paul. Hope you're making your way up to Washington. Have you made it there yet? Let me know. Nice to see. Let's see, Rick Honeycutt. Hope to see you in Utah this summer. We could not find you in Quartzsite last fall. Yeah, well, when I get in Quartzsite, I stay in the same place. So if you want to meet up, just send me an email on TomandZen at yahoo.com and we can make a connection. And I may do, not this season, maybe next season, maybe I'll do a meetup. And that way everybody can just meet up. Like last year, we attended one at the dog park. You know, why not? I got a dog with Rob and traveled with Dottie and My Nomadic Dream Herbie. We met them there at the dog park. So that's pretty nice. You get out and people can come around and mingle and sing. So, but that I may look into that next season, and maybe I can do it with somebody else that's in the area if we want to do something. Corey's Van Life. Are you selling my e-bike? Not yet. And what I plan to do is give one of them away at some point, but I want to make sure that my contractual agreement is met before I get rid of one of the e-bikes. So I got to make sure that I've done my amount of videos and the pictures and the shorts, and that way I've met my agreement, and they won't say, "Hey, you owe us money for the e-bike because you missed something." So I'm kind of holding off on that, and that's gonna be the blue one I'm actually going to be getting rid of, and then the scooter at some point too. But the blue one might go before I leave here, and we'll see. But like I said, probably just giving away. I may do a donation based, dog treats or something. Uh, but the e-bike's still here. But I want to make sure I'm legal before I can get rid of it and make sure I don't have to do some more videos on it. And then if I don't have it here, it'd be hard to make videos on it. So, or I could just make a bunch of videos and then not use them if I don't need them. Yeah, but we'll be getting rid of the blue one pretty soon. Hopefully, like I said, I may before I leave this area. That way, I don't have to carry it to Utah and drag it around. But more to come on that. Corey Van Life. Are you the? Is there a Corey Van Life out of Oklahoma too, or is that somebody else I'm thinking of? Maybe spelled different. It takes me a moment to when you send a message in to go from the phone, and then before it shows up on my iPad here. So as you see me staring into lost in space, that's what I'm doing. And we're getting close to 54 minutes. We're getting close to our hour time, so we'll be wrapping this up pretty soon. Whoop, I lost my screen there. Yeah, well, I said about an hour. That's about to give you some time to everybody can chat in there and say hi. So, and but time goes by real quick when you're doing a live. That's for sure. Maybe not on your end. I know when I'm watching them, seems like sometimes it takes forever, but when you're on the other end, uh, feedback into the camera, it goes by pretty quick. I can see what's going on. I saw something on my screen pop up, but nothing here. I better check my screen. I may be behind. Let me refresh my video here and see what I've got. Oh, okay. I did miss a few things. This is a little behind. Um, all right, Corey Van Life, you're currently in Quartzsite. Okay. Yeah, I'll let everybody know what I'm going to do when I'm just ready to move on. That way, I don't have to drag it around the country. It does fit in the bus, as I mentioned, but it's nice to have extra space without dragging our bike around. Another bike. Um, See you next year. Okay, Paul. Yep, we'll be here. It's 11 p.m. in Scotland. Yep, that's getting late there. Aunt Bling just got here. I thought it started at 3. It did start at 3 at Arizona time, which is Mountain Standard Time, until next month. Then it goes into Pacific Time. Uh, Arizona is just different, I tell you. But they don't follow daylight savings time. So next month it'll be Pacific time when time changes. So the time won't change for us in Arizona. When I plan on leaving Quartzsite, I'm gonna hold out till it gets too hot. So I'm thinking about April, and we'll see what happens. That's all I can say. I don't know exactly when. Like I said, if it gets too hot, we can just head up north. I have no place to be, but I don't. If it's going to be 100 degrees, I don't want to be down here. I want to be somewhere higher elevation. Nice to see Zen chilling. Yeah, he's definitely chilling. That's for sure. He had passed out. He came out from under the bus and got some petting and treats, and now he's doing his thing. Watch it from a mile away. Yep. Hi down there a mile away. Haven't seen you on your bike today. We haven't been out walking much. Have I been to AJC before? Is that what it is? AJ. I got a spot on my camera. AJO. Aho. Aho. Is that right? Aho. No, I have not. Um, I kind of know where it's at, but I have not been over that way. Um, I've seen a lot of people over there. Adventuring with Amanda is in that area at this somewhere, and she was in Aho not too long ago, and then a few others I've seen pass in that area, um, but it's over in the south of I-10, I think. Is that right? Down toward Tucson in that area. But I like to get over there. Just kind of like some of the roads I see, you're like, would this big bus make it across some of them? But I think it would. It just have to be real slow. It's not great elevation changes, but they're pretty curvy, and just have to take my time. I'm up for an adventure. But when he has a food coma or treat coma, he passes right out, right on the border. Yep. So I think it was way down south. And I think the Corey Van Life, I think the guy watching on from Oklahoma, I think it's Corey's Van Life. So it's really close. He didn't put out too many videos, but he's from the Oklahoma area, just an hour from my hometown. Aunt Bling, yes, in the video about getting the pilot certificate, you said a rule regarding a national park that you cannot take off or land in the park. But can you take off and land outside? Yes, you can. The only issue is you got to maintain visual sight of visual line of sight of your drone. And if you're outside the park, then you really can't go very far inside. So there's really not much, much to do it. But definitely illegal to fly or take off and land inside the park. But outside you can do it. But like I said, without seeing it, you've got to go just a short distance. Well, I'm glad you like my live chat. This is my second one, so we're kind of getting the idea of what's going on and see what's going on here. But we have been online for 62 minutes, so that means it's about time for us to go offline and call it an evening. And Zen's he's already offline, as you can tell. He is out of the system. Thanks for the live. Like I said, we're going to try to do this on Tuesdays. I may go a little bit later on instead of 3. I may go to 4, depending on. I know people's schedules are different, but sometimes 4 will catch the 5 on the Central Time and 6 or whatever on the East Coast. So we'll see what that does. But like I said, when we turn into the time change, we're going to be 2 hours behind. We're going to be on California time. So I'm glad you caught. Well, I'm glad you made it to the very end of it, but sorry you came in late. Um, well, we'll do one on Tuesdays, and we shall be here and do a short one, um, and we'll be safe camping. Yeah, that's right. Loving the live chat, Janet Hall. Well, I'm glad everybody can join us on the live chat, and maybe we'll have a few more. We'll be showing today 40, 41. It's not too bad for just kind of not really doing much here, but I do appreciate everybody being here and joining us on our live chat, and hopefully we'll do more. And hopefully Zen will be a little more excited on the second half as he was the first half, but he just wore out pretty easy. So with that, we'll say thanks everybody for watching and joining us on our live chat, and we'll see you guys, on around the desert, and we'll try another one next week on the live chat. And videos I have coming out is the one on the e-bike. The red one will be out shortly after this, and then just a couple more hanging around here. Nothing crazy. So yeah, next time I have treats. Brian, you're right. Next time I have treats ready. That for sure. I'll definitely get prepared more. I was kind of unprepared for the star of the show not to have his reward. So yeah, he'll definitely get his retreats next time we get on live. All right. Well, thanks, guys. Sub, see you next time. Yep, Dave, Hoosier Dave, and we'll see you guys. Out here around the desert. Thanks for joining us on the live. Hold on while I turn this thing off here.